My content is made for 13 and up adult collectors, not made for children.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Hello, this is Warlord 12, and today I need to be talking about some of the issues for Beyblade Burst. When I talk about Beyblade Burst, it's not just me talking about, you know, just Beyblade Burst, you know what I'm saying? When, obviously that series is already ending soon. The main reasons why I'm talking about Burst and also Beyblade X is mainly because Beyblade X has a lot to do with Burst, basically being similar to Burst series, especially when it comes to like the devices that are used for the Beyblade parts. You know what I'm saying? Like for the Burst system. So that's like one of the main reasons why I need to talk about a few issues that I'm concerned about for Beyblade as a whole. Um, and if anything, if you want to know about my background when it comes to Beyblading, I've been Beyblading for a long time. I've already the best way to also put it, like I've basically just about played almost every Beyblade series, thus far. I have already talked about a few problems with the burst system, but I definitely need to take it. How should I say, even further? What certain things that are very important that I talk about for the Beyblade X system. So I'm going to start off with the launchers first of all. So you see right here in this picture, right, for the Beyblade launcher sword, or Beyblade sword launcher, what have you. The main problem with this particular launcher is that it's just um, these launchers are too cheap, and that's one of my concerns about the new Beyblade system for Beyblade X is that launchers. It's not just about the launcher being cheap; it's just the fact that it breaks too fast on you, and it's just like when you're using like a full launch, whether you exercise or not, and you're using full launches to get the best performance out of your Beyblade, right? Um, it's just one of the main things that needs to be fixed when it comes to the Beyblade launchers, especially like the sword launchers, is that you're charging people $60 or you're charging people $80 for a launcher like this. You know what I'm saying? Why should anyone spend $60 for a launcher like this? You know, for Beyblading? Because I need to really explain this because it's also has to do with like, if Beyblade, Beyblade is going to be a part of being like a sports, right, or the Olympics. It's just like, you know, you're really going to have people spending money for stuff like this when it comes to professional Beyblading, and it's just like I understand people want to say, well, this a launcher like that would be for like professionals. I'm like, there's no excuses for that because there are even children on YouTube with their parents that I've seen that have been using these launchers, and some of them, a lot of people have seen these YouTubers as well. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want anyone getting into trouble or causing any drama or nothing like that. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying, even for someone who's like of a younger age, I like a lot of us on YouTube or Beybladers have or YouTubers have seen others on YouTube use these Beyblade launchers, right? And they're just they're noticing how easily they break on people, and it's because of the cheap parts and mechanisms that are being used for these products. So, and I'm also talking about this when it comes to even like the metal series, basically. Like for instance, when you use like I want to say when it comes to using certain launchers for Beyblades like El Drago Destroyer, right? Or for the new Beyblade X, you have the new uh, Dran Sword Beyblade, right? So because the new Beyblade X is so similar to the metal system, it's just like I'm connecting some dots. I believe that what's going on with some of the launchers, not just the sword launcher, but for why Beyblades don't launch like they should be launching with the launchers, is mainly because I believe it has something to do with the like some of the rigidness of some of the designs of these Beyblades, but also it could also have to do with that and the weight of these Beyblades. Maybe because they're too heavy and it just messes up the launcher itself. You know what I'm saying? Um, I could say that it also maybe it has to also do with the way people launch their Beyblades when it comes to using certain techniques like the sliding shoot, stuff like that. That could also be a cause as well. But for the most part, like I said, when we talk about like the sword launcher, there are people that are using that launcher and they're not even using any uh, techniques, and those launchers are breaking on people, right? And to me, it just doesn't really seem like a fair deal or price for something that's just gonna break on people. Like maybe if it was like $30 or $20, but even then, for a launcher like that to just break on you after like, I want to guesstimate maybe after like a few months, I'd say roughly around like maybe 4 to 5 months, right? If you're just someone who has like a weak launch, I mean, I could see the launcher lasting on someone, but for those that uh, know what they're doing when it comes to Beyblading and they have a strong launch, what I'm saying? I don't really think these launchers are going to work out. Now, I can't say too much for Beyblade X because I haven't gotten a chance to use one of the launchers yet.